Yes, you read the title correctly. But if this is the first time that you're seeing this video and meeting me, let me just tell you, I'm not a murderer, right? I didn't murder someone and then find this out. Okay, I will explain later on in the video, obviously, but regular viewers of mine can kind of guess what this is about. So, hello, I have taken quite a long break after what happened, and I just wanted to share my appreciation for all of the kind words, messages, blessings that so many of you left on my post. And you know, massive shout outs to you guys because you didn't have to do that, but you did, and it was very, very kind to read the poem that I pinned to the top of those comments as well, which was, it was lovely. I'll be completely honest with you, that was the only one that got me. I was doing so well, and then I read that one, but it was lovely nonetheless. So thank you very much. So for those who don't know what happened, basically, my 15-and-a-half-year-old Shih Tzu passed away on the 29th of May. So coming up to 2 weeks this Thursday. And so I took a little break to obviously, you know, process everything that had happened. But so I knew this was coming because he had a stroke in July last year, okay? So 9 months from having a stroke at 15, right? He did very well, okay? But I knew that this was coming. So I prepared myself. So I had 9 months to prepare myself. But what I couldn't prepare myself for was exactly what the title of this video says. So I have never worked in care homes or a hospital. You know, I've never been a nurse. I've never done any training other than first aid training, right? I've never done anything to do with death. So this was my first experience with death, and it was a pet death, okay? So I don't know if they're different from a human death, but regardless, this was the first death that I've ever experienced in my life close to me like that, right? So he passed in my arms at home, and I have another video that I want to bring out because something weird happened at that point and I want to talk about it, but I feel like I should have that as a separate video in itself so that the comments can go with that video, right? But so I've never experienced death before, and when it happened, because so basically, just a rundown because all my friends know, so I might as well tell you guys. Marley was booked in to go to the vets on Thursday, the 29th at 5:20 p.m. I knew we weren't making it. Okay? I rang the vets at 8:30 that morning. As soon as they fucking opened, I rang them, hello, have you got an earlier appointment? No, we don't. I was like, right, well, if you have a cancellation, let me know. I knew we weren't making it, okay? So the whole time that he was on the sofa with me, I didn't leave him. My hands were sweating, right? The entire time. My palm, they're sweaty now thinking about it. So my entire whole time, I'm stroking his ear, stroking him, just stroking him. My hands are getting sweaty. He's getting sweaty, but it didn't matter, right? I'm stroking him this whole time. I'm watching that clock like a hawk, yeah? And I'm watching. Anyway, cut a long story short, it gets to 2:30 in the afternoon. He starts going through something that I knew was bad at that point, and I literally was just like, please help him. I was just asking all my angels, anybody above, take all of my luck for the rest of my life and give it to him right now. Either help him pass or help him get through this. Okay, those are the only two options that I had because he was not making it 20 past 5. So 3:15 come along and this is when around about that time it sort of happened. Okay, I will talk about that more in that other video that I spoke about, but when it happened, I held him and I was obviously like, oh my God, you know, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad now because he wasn't in a good way. And I was holding him and I put his bed down here. Okay. And I sort of put him down and rested him down like this, right? Now, my friend was on his way over to say goodbye. Now, I, in my head, didn't want him to see Marley in that way. So, luckily, the universe knew this, and he'd passed 10 minutes before Soy turned up, right? So my mate turns up, and oh, mate, bear in mind, this is my friend that I've known for all those years, who his dad is an asshole to, right? Where he's autistic, and I've looked after him for all these years, and I've looked out for. This is this mate. He's known Marley since the day I got him. I knew it was going to hit him hard. So I've opened the door and been like, brace yourself, mate. He has passed. He breaks down immediately, so I console him and everything like that, and we're stroking him and everything's okay, right? So now, because he didn't then need to go to the vets at 5:20, the original plan was go to the vets at 5:20, then the crematorium, because I'd rang up the crematorium the day before. I knew he was going to go, right? Rang up the crematorium and I was like, right, I don't want, my worst fear, okay, let me tell you, my worst fear was walking into that vet's at 5:20, going to do the injection, then them handing me back a dead dog, right? That was literally my worst fear. So I called up the crematorium because it said on the website that if you call them, they can go into the vets and you don't even need to like see it, right? And then you can just like pick them up. So I said, okay, the original plan, Marley goes to the vets at 5:20. The crematorium closes at 5:30, but they would have come and got him at around 6 on the Thursday, and then I was going to collect him from the crematorium at 4 p.m. on Friday, right? Okay, so I didn't need to go to the vets now. So, rang the vets, let them know. They said their condolences. I said, okay, I'm going to ring the crematorium now because I can take him now, right? Rang them. I said, I'm going to have a cup of tea, sit down, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, chill for a little bit, and then we're going to go, right? This is where the title of the video comes in. 45 minutes had gone past from me ringing the crematorium and saying we're ready to go, okay? 45 minutes. He's in his bed as I've laid him down, okay? Now, oh, this is where I found out. I don't like it. So I went to pick him up because I thought he'd be the same as when I put him down. I don't like it. I don't like it. I went to pick him up, and you already know because of the title, but I have to say the words. Went to pick him up and he was stiff, and I literally went, no, no, and I put him down and I laid him in that bed, and that's where he fucking stayed till I went to the crematorium. I don't like rigor mortis. No. No, no, no. And it happens in less than an hour. And I know that now, right? Is this the same as humans? Those of you that like, you know, work in care and have dealt with death. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Does it set in within an hour? Because I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I could deal with the actual body and the death and him being like floppy. That was okay. That was fine. I was all right. I was all right. The minute that I went like that and he was, no, sorry, no, I can't, I know, I can't, I'm so sorry, I can't. Right, compose myself a bit now. So that happened, right? But then I just wanted to say, because I only thought about this as I was going to do the video, right? Because I was thinking about it and I was like, right, well, what else can I say? And then I thought, hold on a minute. This is a genuine question. Right? I know none of you are going to be able to answer because none of you are murderers, okay? But do you get my thinking here? Wait, because it's set in within an hour, does that mean that when someone murders someone, let's say it does set in within an hour with a human, because I don't know, right? I don't know. Again, only witnessed pet death, but I can assume that a body's the same. So let's say that it does set in within an hour. You know those sickos that like to sit there, smoke a fucking cigarette or like do whatever for an hour, yeah? Do you think, right, this is, I know it's a weird way of thinking, but like I've watched so much true crime stuff, I guess this is just the way my mind works. Do you think that, let's say for the first time someone murders someone, they don't know about it either, right? They murder someone, they sit there, they don't really know what they're doing for an hour, then they go to like put them in a suitcase or a bag and they realise that they're stiff. Is that why people get cut up? It's grim, I know, I'm sorry, I know, but I just had to ask. I know none of you are going to be able to, you know, what I hope none of you are going to be able to 100% confirm this to me through fucking experience. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, if it sets in within 45 minutes and the person doesn't do what they need to do, like, is that the only way? I don't know, but it's grim and I don't like it, and I found out that I just don't want to be around it. Basically, I'm okay up until that point. So basically, in the future, you can die around me, but I'll only be there for the first 45 minutes.